Ever wondered why your back hurts after a deadlift session? It might not be the weight that's the problem. Today, we're diving deep into the top 5 deadlift mistakes that could be straining your back and stalling your progress. Whether you're a gym newbie or a seasoned lifter, you're likely making at least one of these errors. Let's correct them together and transform your deadlift into a safe, powerhouse move. Incorrect foot position. It might seem like a minor detail, but get this wrong and you're setting yourself up for inefficiency and potentially injury right from the get-go. Why it's a mistake. Your feet are the foundation of your deadlift. An incorrect stance can throw off your balance, reduce your power output, and strain muscles that shouldn't be overly stressed during the lift. Many lifters either place their feet too narrow, mimicking a conventional squat, or too wide like a sumo deadlift, without fully understanding the mechanics and benefits of each stance for their body type and lifting goals. The consequences? A stance that's too narrow limits your ability to generate power from the ground up, making the lift harder and less effective. On the flip side, a stance that's too wide can lead to improper hip and knee alignment, increasing the risk of strain and injury. How to correct it? The ideal foot position varies slightly from person to person, but a good rule of thumb is to place your feet hip-width apart. This stance allows for optimal power generation and a straight bar path. Your toes should point slightly outward to align with the natural direction of your knees. Before you lift, take a moment to screw your feet into the ground. This action helps activate your legs and glutes, providing a strong, stable base for your deadlift. Experiment with slight adjustments to your stance width and toe angle until you find the position that feels the most powerful and comfortable for your body. Remember, the best stance is the one that allows you to lift the heaviest weights with the best form. Improper grip technique. Now that our feet are set, let's talk about your hands. The way you grip the bar might not be something you give much thought to, but it's crucial for mastering the deadlift. An improper grip can not only limit the amount of weight you can lift, but also increase your risk of injury. A weak or incorrect grip can lead to the bar slipping from your hands, uneven lifting, and excessive strain on certain muscles. Many lifters default to a grip that feels comfortable without considering the impact on their lift's efficiency and safety. Using a grip that's too wide can cause the bar to travel a longer distance, making the lift harder and less efficient. Conversely, a grip that's too narrow can lead to imbalances and a lack of control. The most common grips in deadlifting are the overhand, hook, and mixed grips. The overhand grip is the most straightforward and safest, promoting equal muscle development and minimizing injury risk. However, as you lift heavier, you might find this grip limiting. The mixed grip, one hand over, one hand under, allows for a stronger hold on the bar, but comes with a risk of bicep injury if not done correctly. Always ensure your arms are straight and fully engaged before lifting to reduce this risk. Consider incorporating grip strength exercises into your routine to support your deadlifting. Exercises like farmer's walks, bar hangs, and wrist curls can significantly improve your grip strength, making every type of grip more effective. Also, it's worth experimenting with lifting straps or chalk if grip strength becomes a limiting factor. However, use these tools wisely. They should enhance your grip, not compensate for poor technique. Rounded back. Perhaps the most talked about mistake in deadlifting is the rounded back. It's a visual cue that something isn't quite right, and correcting this can dramatically improve your lifting performance and safety. A rounded back during deadlifting puts unnecessary stress on the lower back, increasing the risk of lumbar injuries. This improper form occurs when the lifter fails to engage their core adequately, leading to a loss of the spine's natural alignment under load. Lifting with a rounded back not only puts you at a higher risk for serious back injuries, including herniated discs, but it also significantly reduces the effectiveness of the lift. The power transfer from your legs and hips to the bar is compromised, making the lift more difficult and less efficient. The key to avoiding a rounded back is proper setup and core engagement. Start by setting your feet, bending at the hips and knees to grip the bar, and lowering your hips until your shins touch the bar. From this position, take a big breath into your belly, not your chest, and brace your core as if you're about to take a punch. This bracing will help maintain your spine's natural curves. As you begin the lift, think about pushing the floor away with your feet while keeping your chest up and shoulders back. This will help you maintain a strong, flat back throughout the lift. Practicing the hip hinge movement without the bar can help you get a feel for the proper back alignment during the deadlift. Additionally, filming your lifts or asking for feedback from a coach or experienced lifter can provide valuable insights into your form. Remember, it's not just about lifting the weight, it's about lifting it right to build strength safely over time. Starting hip position too high or low. As we dive deeper into perfecting our deadlift, let's talk about the starting hip position. This aspect of your setup can make or break the efficiency of your lift and has a significant impact on your overall form. Setting your hips too high or too low at the start of a deadlift can lead to improper form and reduced power. High hips might turn your deadlift more into a straight-legged deadlift, placing undue stress on your lower back and hamstrings. Conversely, starting with your hips too low can mimic a squat position, reducing the lift's effectiveness by not fully utilizing the posterior chain. An incorrect hip position at the start can compromise the lift's mechanics, leading to reduced lifting efficiency and an increased risk of injury. It can cause the bar to drift away from your body, leading to a less stable lift and unnecessary strain on your back. Finding the right starting hip position is about balance. Your hips should not be as low as a squat, nor as high as a hinge. The optimal position allows your shins to touch the bar with your shoulders slightly in front of it, creating an angle that facilitates power from your legs through your entire body. To find this position, hinge at your hips to lower yourself down to the bar, bending your knees only as much as necessary to reach the bar comfortably. This position should feel strong and stable with your spine neutral and allow you to press through the floor with your entire foot, not just the heels or toes. Jerking the bar off the floor. Our journey to refining the deadlift brings us to a crucial point, the initial lift or takeoff. Jerking the bar off the floor is a widespread mistake with potentially harmful consequences. Jerking the bar off the floor disrupts the controlled tension necessary for a safe and effective deadlift. It typically occurs when the lifter tries to initiate the lift with their upper body rather than their legs. This sudden tension can lead to a loss of form and increased risk of injury, especially to the lower back and shoulders. Aside from the obvious risk of injury, jerking the bar can also significantly impact your lift's efficiency. It often results in a loss of power as the kinetic chain is broken, leading to a less effective lift and reduced overall performance. To avoid jerking, focus on building tension in your body before the bar leaves the floor. This means taking a deep breath and bracing your core, ensuring your entire body is tight and ready to lift. Initiate the lift by driving through your heels, using the power of your legs and hips to start the movement. Your arms should remain straight and act merely as straps holding onto the bar. They shouldn't be pulling it. Think of the lift as a controlled push away from the earth rather than a pull on the bar. A useful technique to practice is the halting deadlift, where you lift the bar just to your knees, then lower it back down. This helps build the habit of a controlled, powerful lift initiation. This practice will reinforce the proper mechanics and help eliminate the tendency to jerk the bar. And there you have it, the top 5 deadlift mistakes you're probably making and how to fix them. Remember, the deadlift is a complex lift that requires attention to detail and constant refinement. Don't get discouraged by mistakes. Instead, view them as opportunities for improvement. If you found this video helpful, give us a thumbs up and share your deadlift journey in the comments below. Have you been making any of these mistakes? How have you corrected them? We'd love to hear from you. Thank you for watching, and remember, lift smart, lift strong.